who's in a college setting, in a college dynamic, no one's going to ask those questions. Like I've never once asked for a girl. Let me see your ID real quick. Man, am I thinking about that? Basically, 10 years ago, when he was in his early 20s, college age, saying that in a college setting, if you're 18, 19-year-old, you're not going to ask if you know a girl that's in college, in class with you, y'all go to a party, y'all hook up. You're not going to ask how old she is. You're just going to assume she's of age. You're in college. You know what I mean? And if, honestly, if you even ask her, she might lie. So
true.
You got to think about it. At that age, you can't be mad at that. It's not like people are trying to make it seem like he said that today. He's 31 or 30 years old. I think he just turned 31. They're trying to make it seem like he's saying it's okay for a 31-year-old to mess with a 17-year-old. No, he said this thing almost 10 years ago when he was that age. So people are taking it out of context.
So he's saying more of the fact that, or more to that, there really isn't a difference between a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. Is that
in college, in a college setting? When you're talking about hooking up, because how are you going to know if you don't ask? If no, how many? Did you go to a traditional college?
I went to a community college.
But do you ever like college parties or anything, college environment, or had a girl in your class you thought was cute? Do you go ask her how old she is out of the blue? Hey, how old are you? Or
no,
you know what I mean? Or if she just hit you up like, hey, she give you her number or something, you gonna ask how old she is? She's in your class. You're in college. You're not gonna ask.
You automatically think, yeah, she. Once you're in college, you automatically assume everybody's an adult.
Exactly. So the problem is that it happens. You know, you might have done it. You being in college, drinking, kicking it, cooking with a girl. She might have been 17. You don't know. Yeah. You don't know. I can understand if you got a dude that's just seeking out 17-year-old girls in college. Okay, that's a little odd, bro. But
it's kind of weird.
But like, who's in a college setting, in a college dynamic? No one's gonna ask those questions. Like I've never once asked for a girl. Let me see your ID real quick. Man, am I thinking about that? It's just like vice versa. Like I said, my boy was 17, hooking up with seniors in college, 21, undergrad, like about to graduate, girls 22, 23, and then girls in a master's program. He was 17, bro.
Well, so the thing is, I think in that aspect, it's more about the maturity and not really so much about the age, like the actual number age. But we live in a society where age is everything. 21, you got to old enough to drink, 18, old enough to vote. It's just everything's based on age in this society. So,
yeah. And like I said, I don't think it's okay for a 30-year-old to go be seeking out 17-year-olds. That's not the case. And I think that's what people are trying to make it seem like. The video is clearly old. You can hear in his voice. You can look at the date. But my thing is, if people already don't like you, they don't care about the truth. So, like I said, most men, and when they're in their early 20, honestly, 18 through 22, if you date a girl is in college and she's happy to be 17, her birthday 2 months from now, I don't think that's a huge problem. Because how is it okay think about this. How is it okay for a 30-year-old to date a 21-year-old girl, right?
And there's the age in the age gap. And the thing is this.
Age gap. When he was in college, when he was 18, she was 9. But that's not a problem, right? Because she grown. But
I think in other countries, like you're an adult at like a lot younger age.
Way younger age. In England, you can get in real clubs at 16. Like real clubs, legally, you get it. So when I was in England, we really had to be careful. We really had to be careful, bro. When I was in England, I was 21, 22. Yeah, I was 21 and 22 when I was in England. We could be in a club with 16-year-old girls, and you don't even know how old she is. So that's what I'm saying. But
then, like here, like youngins be sneaking into college parties anyway.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of time you can tell the difference between those kids that sneak into parties and people that were invited. It's a difference. Like if I like I said, if when I was in college, say my second year in college, I'm 19. There's a girl in my class, freshman, 17 years old. I don't know she's 17. I think she's cute. Go talk to her, chop it up, go on a date. Age never comes up. You're in college. Well, like, I'm not thinking about your age. You're in college. It's not something I would think to ask. And that's all he was saying, because the whole conversation, the whole video was based on him talking about Kylie and Tyga at that point. Tyga was 24. Tyga was 24. Kylie was 17, I believe. And DJ Akademiks was just, that's a little different. But basically what he was saying in his experience in a college setting, that you can be 17 or you can be 22. You're in college. A lot of people ain't asking. You're getting smashed. It is what it is. Same both ways, males and females, both ways. So that's all he was saying. People, if they already don't like them, they don't care about the truth. I'm all about fairness and the truth, and the context
thing is, like,
of the conversation.
Today, like the consent culture today, back in the back like I'm say like 10 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, consent, man, it's just a whole blurry line. But now today, it's like it's getting a little bit better as far as like consent culture. But yeah,
back in the day, 16-year-old girls were getting pregnant by 30-year-old men.